Hey guys, sorry I look a little rough. Been a long day. Okay, I'm gonna tell y'all about heat-related illnesses tonight and inform you about them, so that maybe you could save somebody's life one day. A heat-related illness is caused by the loss of electrolyte fluids to the body and overexposure to the heat. It mostly occurs in people who work outside, but can happen with people who work like in kitchens that aren't ventilated well, buildings like that. Some people who work in the heat, like the MDOT workers, are more used to the heat because they work in it more every day, so they can tolerate it a little bit better than somebody like a nurse who's in the air conditioning all day. There's 3 types of heat-related illnesses. One is heat cramps, which is, and then there's heat exhaustion, and then there's heat stroke. Heat stroke is life-threatening, and it is the least common but the most severe. Heat cramps usually start in your legs and the abdomen, and they're caused by sweating and not taking in enough fluid to replace the electrolytes in your body. The way to treat it is to have the person sit down and get them a carbonated drink, a Gatorade or something, and give it to them and kind of massage their legs. I don't know if you've ever seen kids playing summer baseball, but heat cramps happen a lot. The next illness is heat exhaustion. Heat exhaustion is when fluids are not replaced and they're taken away from you sweating. The symptoms of it are cool, pale skin, nausea, and weakness. And the first aid of it is to move them to a cool place, remove as much clothing as possible, and apply cool, wet cloths. And give them carbohydrate drinks to replace their electrolytes. And don't let them go back to the activity. But if they're just having heat cramps and they get better, and their symptoms go away, then they could go back. But if they're having heat exhaustion, then they really don't need to go back and do whatever they were doing before. The third thing is a heat stroke. Like I said, it is the least common of the 3 heat-related illnesses, but it is the most severe. It is life-threatening. A heat stroke is when the body's way to cool itself, which is sweating, has completely stopped working. The first thing you need to do to treat it is to call 911. And then you need to immerse the person in cold water up to their neck, if that's possible. If you can't get them in cold water, then you need to get cold rags, cold towels, whatever you have, and apply it to their body. It says that you need to check their temperature if possible. And if you can't check their temperature because you don't have a thermometer sitting right there, then it says to do the cooling method on their body for 20 minutes, which is moving the towels around, trying to keep their body cool until their symptoms get better or until help arrives. I hope this has helped you. I've enjoyed this class. Thanks. Bye.